All right, let's talk about this cast iron pan. It was used, so my apologies, it looks a little dirty because needs to be washed. But I've recently wanted to get into cooking using like a cast iron pan. Something about it just feels better. The food seems to taste better. It could be just me because I'm putting more care into it, but who knows? I'm gonna take this part off. This is actually I think this is like a Lodge handle, which I would strongly suggest some sort of handle on the side here because this will get hot. But so let's talk about this a little bit. It's hard. Obviously, it's cast iron, super well made, super well put together. It's not as scary as you think it would be for a cast iron standpoint. Um, you do have to take a little more care with it. You can't just leave it sit. And I'm not sure why my gimbal went sideways. Sorry about that. But anyway, but you can't just leave it in water. You have to be aware of that. Cast iron will rust. So basically, there's a couple things you want to do with this to make sure this works well. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. You always want to have a little bit of butter oil in there to make sure things don't stick. Once you're done with it, like you could even you can see this is kind of nasty. I think my wife made something with it, and it's fine, but also it's dirty, but that's fine. So as long as we clean it out, we don't leave it in water, we're fine. And then afterward, what the instructions have told me to do is go through and basically put some oil in it, reheat it to make sure it dries completely. So you don't want no water left over here. That's the biggest thing. And then other than that, I use like metal utensils instead of this is my spatula versus like if I had a non-stick, I would use something more like this type of spatula, so you can use more of that stuff like that. It's just basically, as long as you take care of it, it's going to be basically like idiot dummy proof. Also, add for what one of these costs, like you could mess this up pretty bad and be okay, which was the entire idea. I wanted to get into a real basic um, cast iron, learn how to use it before I got into anything fancy. So overall, that accomplished that. If you're just looking to get going into cast iron, look something that's kind of like dummy idiot proof. So read the instructions, make sure to oil it or butter it, make sure to clean it after, don't leave it in water, and this thing will treat you well.